The moment I cited Donald Trump for contempt, a palpable tension enveloped the courtroom, reflecting an atmospherically charged debate that extends far beyond its walls. As custodian of judicial decorum, my decision pivots on enforcing the sanctity of the legal process, striving to ensure that proceedings are not guillotined by public opinion or media elaborations.
Judge Merchan expressed that the decision, though extraordinary, was essential to maintain the court's authority and prevent a circus atmosphere often associated with high-profile cases. His ruling navigates uncharted waters of legal accountability, raising questions about the limits of judicial power over public figures renowned for their influential sway over mass communication channels. The implication of such a ruling reverberates through the fabric of legal conduct, setting a precedent that could influence not only Trump's trials, but also future cases involving high-profile figures. Can the judiciary silence voices to protect its sanctity without infringing upon fundamental rights? Gag orders, contentious as they are, serve as judicial shields, striving to ensure fairness in trial proceedings by limiting prejudicial pretrial publicity. However, they also tread perilously close to infringing on the First Amendment's choir of free speech rights, a delicate balance that the courts must navigate. The need for gag orders emerges from the necessity to conduct judicial proceedings in a controlled environment, free from external influences, that echo chamber of public opinion and media narrative, which often clouds substance with sensationalism. Historically, their application, especially in cases involving political figures or celebrities, raises debates about their relevance and efficacy. They are not solely about maintaining legal decorum, but rather about safeguarding the integrity of judicial results against the storms of populism and media frenzy. The invocation of a gag order against a figure like Donald Trump isn't without precedent, though the scale and profile of the defendant amplify its significance. In exploring previous high-profile gag orders, one can discern a pattern: the judiciary's increasing resort to this measure in an age dominated by fast-paced and often invasive media cycles. Expressions like abuse of discretion or necessary to a fair trial recur in judicial rulings on gag orders, underscoring the conflict between individual rights and collective justice. Each case, from Sam Shepard's retrial for murder in the 1960s to the intense coverage of the O.J. Simpson case, brought forward challenging yet critical judicial conundrums about media influence on public perception and jury impartiality. This tribunal of history offers not only precedents, but also cautionary tales about the bounds of judicial intervention in what is fundamentally a public discourse arena. In a theater where every act is scrutinized, Trump's response to the contempt charge becomes a critical narrative. Known for his confrontational style and prolific use of social media to communicate directly with the public, Trump's situation underscores a unique confrontation between individual rights and judicial authority.
In navigating this charge, my legal team faces a labyrinth of strategic decisions, balancing the need to defend my freedom of speech while adhering to judicial mandates. Their approach could potentially reshape the boundaries of what is permissible for public figures under legal scrutiny, testing the elasticity of the First Amendment against the rigidity of court orders.
The legal strategies employed here will serve as a template for future cases, where the judiciary feels compelled to silence potent voices to preserve the sanctity of the legal process. The outcome of Trump's challenge could either reinforce or weaken the judiciary's authority in similar circumstances. Judge Merchan's ruling is symbolic of a broader judicial challenge, walking the tightrope between ensuring fair trial and navigating the explosive potential of high-profile cases to disrupt public order and judicial integrity. Maintaining decorum in the courtroom is an age-old judicial responsibility, yet it takes on intensified significance in trials attracting massive public and media attention. Judges must act with a measured hand, deploying gag orders or contempt charges not as tools of suppression, but as necessary measures to shield the judicial process from undue interference. This delicate balance is crucial not only for the case at hand, but for maintaining public trust in the judiciary as an impartial arbiter of justice, capable of standing above the fray of political and media-driven narratives. The fallout from Judge Merchan's decision resonates far beyond the courtroom, sending shockwaves through the political landscape. Political commentator Trump's base, known for its fierce loyalty, perceives the ruling as another battle in the ongoing war against their champion, while his critics see it as a long overdue enforcement of legal standards. Amidst this polarized response, the ruling stirs a broader discourse about the role of the judiciary in political matters, questioning whether such decisions reinforce or diminish the perception of the courts as neutral bodies. The political ramifications are profound, potentially influencing upcoming elections and shaping public discourse around judicial independence and political accountability. This intersection of law and politics, particularly with a figure as polarizing as Trump, highlights the judiciary's precarious position as it seeks to uphold its principles without being drawn into the maelstrom of political bias. To fully appreciate the gravity of Judge Merchan's decision, one must look through the lens of history. Similar judicial interventions have occurred, each shaping the trajectory of legal and public response to gag orders and contempt charges. From the Pentagon Papers case, which highlighted the conflict between national security and press freedom, to the less-known but equally significant trials where judges used their authority to curb media influence, these historical markers provide context and depth to our understanding of the current situation. These cases not only parallel the challenges faced today, but also offer insights into how the judiciary has balanced public interest with judicial integrity, providing a roadmap for navigating the complexities of high-profile legal disputes. As the dust settles on Judge Merchan's ruling, speculation abounds about the future implications for judicial governance. This case may very well set a precedent for how similar situations are handled, influencing judicial strategies and potentially leading to new legal doctrines. The evolving landscape of media, public opinion, and political influence will undoubtedly shape judicial approaches to high-profile cases. Judges may find themselves increasingly in the spotlight, compelled to make decisions that balance the immediate needs of the court with the long-term implications for judicial credibility and authority. Looking forward, the judiciary will need to continuously adapt, ensuring that it remains an institution that not only responds to, but anticipates the challenges of governing in an ever more transparent and scrutinized world.